Knobloch, and I'd like to acknowledge that we're on Aboriginal land, and I'm proud that we're part of a party that says we need treaties with Aboriginal people and we need social justice for everyone. I've been in the Greens about 5 years and I've played lots of roles in the party. I'm currently on the National Council, which is a very interesting place to be, along with Eliza from Blacktown Greens. But I've been an activist just about all of my adult life, and I initiate things. So I helped found the Refugee Action Coalition in the year 2000. I helped initiate Sydney's Walk Against Warming in 2006. And I have an educational background, as a teacher at TAFE, but also in the prison system. And I absolutely maintain that if we used the wealth of Australia the way it should be, there wouldn't be very many people in prison. Illiteracy is a critical problem, and it's very much focused in the poorest parts of Western Sydney. About 4 postcodes dominate the prison population, which is incredibly sad and incredibly unnecessary. Our party's really the only party that wants to call a spade about the problem of revenue. And governments can print money, that's useful. Governments can also tax people who can afford to pay, and we don't do that very well in Australia at the moment. So on behalf of New South Wales members at the National Council, I moved that we should bring in a wealth tax to try and use those funds to close the gap, to build infrastructure to pay for services that we need. Unfortunately, at an Australian Greens level, that hasn't been accepted yet. So being a Member of Parliament in New South Wales would be an opportunity to help me to encourage you to be more engaged in the party, as well as more engaged in the community. And it is extraordinary that with 2 million people, half New South Wales population, Western Sydney does not have a Greens MP. We currently have 3 Greens MPs from the North Coast, and everyone else is sort of clustered in Eastern Sydney. And I made half a promise, and I guess I should say it here. I'd be prepared to move to Western Sydney if I was elected as an MLC. That's not a cheap throwaway line. I've talked to my partner about it. He says he won't leave me. If we move west, that's good. But I take it seriously that we need to build our strength here. And that will be difficult, but it's so important for the future of the state. And Western Sydney brings together the inequality crisis, the infrastructure crisis, and will suffer terribly from the climate change disaster coming our way. We can work together to try and mitigate all of this and make sure the Greens stays as a transformative social justice and ecological party. Thanks.